What's going on, y'all? We're about to get started in a second. Going to send this link out, then we're going to go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So there's a few setups that I do like, but of course we're going to wait for the next 15 unless things start to try to move right now. But for the most part, the pairs I'm looking at are kind of ranging on the daily levels or the 4-hour levels. So we're just going to be patiently waiting for some confirmations. I don't know why that's there. You're about to get straight into it. Haven't entered anything yet. Just marking up some setups right now. Hey, what's going on, Tyler? What's going on? So I'm looking at gold. I'm waiting to see how it's going to react to this daily level. It would be a nice setup for a buy, but I just want to wait and see how it reacts off this level first, because this is a strong support and resistance level we're currently at. So it's going to be waiting to see how it reacts to this level and the daily level, and then we're going to go from there. I have GBPJPY marked off too. I kind of like how GBPJPY is looking. But it is Monday, and the indices is a little bit not in sync right now. I went over this with the students and members yesterday, last night, but the indices are kind of in sync, but not in sync at the same time. The daily candlesticks and the daily time frame, they're a little bit different. So I'm gonna take them each and look at them each separately, but still consider the correlating pairs and the duo and the trio. But they are looking a little bit differently, but they are kind of on the smaller time frames moving similarly. So looking at EUSDX, could see a potential sell setup. After hit this resistance level, it rejected all the way down, broke underneath this level. It's retesting this level right now as a resistance currently. So we're going to see if it's going to continue to treat it as resistance. These next couple candlesticks, if it is, we could go for a sell. But if it breaks above, we could also look for a buy. So right now, I'm just waiting to see how price is reacting off this level right here. So we're going to wait the next couple candlesticks. GBPJPY was above this level, looking like a buy. It's still respecting the support level. I can actually make this level lower. I don't know why I have it so high. There we go. So it's currently on top of this support level here. But it is looking similar to EUSDX. So we're just going to be waiting and seeing what these next couple candlesticks look like. And then we're going to go from there. Going to be watching gold as well. Mark this level off. I'm going to mark that level off right there. I want to look for JPY buys still, because they have been bullish all last week, and we caught some nice buys last Friday. Some of the moves are still continuing, like GJ and NJ are still trying to pump up currently. I don't know if anyone held over the weekend, but GJ and NJ are still pumping up. GJ hit the top of the zone right here. And it is Monday, so we are just going to be patiently waiting for these setups. There's a few other pairs I was looking at. Not this. Yeah, some pairs already started to move, so we're waiting on some retracements. Looks like we are going to be seeing some retracements in a second. Went over this move with the members. I don't know if anyone jumped in on this, but looks like it's going to continue to try to pump up. So we might jump into some correlating USD pairs. Yeah, but right now we're just going to be chilling and waiting. I have a few pairs I like, but we're just going to be waiting for the confirmations before we jump in on them. Give me a second. This one already started this move. Yeah, I like how AU is looking. We might jump into this. The next candlestick. About a 1 to 3, almost 1 to 4 risk to reward. Nothing too crazy. It was going on. You said USD CAD. I don't really trade that pair. I can't pull it up and look at it since you asked. We might see something. Who knows? So I'm gonna pull it up on my other screen. But I got you. I see. What's going on, Daniel? But I got you, Tim. I'm about to pull it up right now. I just got to make sure I got some levels marked off. So I don't really trade this pair. So let me see what we're looking at right now. While we're doing that, let me pay attention to these two pairs right here. So I'm looking at possible AJ and AAU buys. But let me mark up USD CAD really quick to see if there's anything. We got a strong level right there. We got a level right there. So the beginning of the day would have been a nice position for a sell. Looking at the levels right now. I'm talking about USD CAD. Give me 1 second. I'm marking it off and looking at it. Okay, I got you. Let's pull it up on this chart right here. Oh, this broke underneath 2, and I go for round 3 on USD CHF as well. Was very choppy last time for the sell, but that's just kind of how USD CHF is. It's kind of a choppy pair, but when it starts moving, it starts moving. So we're gonna wait for the next 15 and see how price reacts to being underneath this level here, and then possibly go for this sell setup. See if we can hit the full move. Well, we won't target that yet. We won't target that right there. We might switch this one to that pair because I don't think, yeah, we can't really do nothing with that right now. I'm about to pull up USD CAD for you. I just did a quick markup. Like I said, I don't really trade this pair. So let's just go on the daily time frame really quick. And while I'm doing that, let me make sure I'm not missing out on any setups. So give me 1 second. So oil's pumping back up. I called this trade on Friday. It looks like it's pumping back up. I think we hit like TP4, but it is pumping back up. So we're going to keep that in mind as well. So just give me 1 second. So that kind of confirms which direction price is going to try to go. That's a huge candlestick. I'm not going to jump on this one. I'm going to wait for the next candlestick. But that kind of confirms what direction price is trying to go with the indices. Because like I said, this would have been a nice buy setup because I think just spiked up after the retest like crazy. Let me see what the other indices. I got you on USD CAD. I'm about to pull it up in a second, but I just want to see what these other pairs are up to. NAS spiked up as well. The US30 break back above the support level. Okay. So we might go for some buys. The price continues to try to push up. But even though you can see right here, US30 didn't have as an aggressive spike as GBPJPY and USDX. But they are kind of moving back on track. But the daily time frames look completely different. So that's one thing to take note of. But I do like how this is looking here. So let me mark this off really quick. Give me 1 second. New 5-minute did just start. So we want to see if price is going to continue to do this the rest of this 15-minute and this next 5-minute. And then also if price is going, how price looks the next 15 as well after breaking this level. So that's what I want to see. So give me 1 second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the screen just to keep an eye. Just keep an eye on what's going on. Nice rejection wick on that 4 hours. Well, it's still pumping up. So yeah, I kind of like that. But I want to wait and see what the next 15 looks like for a possible retest. Because it is about to hit a wall. So retracement could happen and retest could happen. All right. AJ's continue to push up. Nice rejection wick. AU, yes, we might be entering some things in the next 15. All right, but I got you. Let's go over USD CAD in a second. Cool. All right, so USD CAD would have been a nice sell setup. Not here, just marking this off just because. Could have had a nice sell setup on Friday and the beginning of this candlestick. So personally, I'm going to wait to see if I was to enter. I mean, I might look at it since you pulled it up, but I'm going to wait to see how it reacts to this level right here, which is around 33.60, 33.55. And I'm going to see if it's going to continue to try to break down to the downside, because simply just looking to the left, you can see last time price hit this level, it retraced back up, which would have gave you another possible re-entry for the sell. And also looking further, like last week on January, reacted the same way, retraced back up. Then just looking even farther to the beginning of January, over and over and over again, prices reacted to this level. Similarly, even going all the way back to November of last year, prices reacting the same way to these same exact levels. So personally, I'm just going to wait to see how it reacts in the middle of the zone here. And if it decides to try to break under, possibly look for a sell, or just wait for it to retrace back to its daily level here, or wait to see how it reacts to its daily level right here. But that is a strong candlestick. The last two candlesticks is a strong candlestick, and there is bearish momentum. So that's why I see with USD CAD. Now, would I enter right now? No. Like I said, I'd wait to see how it reacts to this level here. But if you would have entered at the beginning of the when market opened, or the hour after market opened, you could have been up a nice amount of pips. You could have been up like about 30 pips right now. But would I enter that personally right now? No, I'd wait to see how price reacts to the middle of the zone right there. Excuse me. But that's just me personally. And then this is why I like to wait for the next candlestick, because like I said, it was hitting a wall, and sure enough, retracing. So who would have entered this trade would be in a lot of drawdown. And then worst case, but kind of best case scenario, if the next candlestick does what it usually does, which is retrace and retest this level, we'd be missing out on a lot of pips because we would have chased the trade and all that stuff. So hope that answers your question. Goals respecting this level. GBPJPY doing the same thing. NAS. So I kind of like how the indices are looking as well. They could very much change direction, specifically US30 NAS and SPX when market opens. But Jura30 and USDX, especially Jura30, is still highly bullish, which is why I had that buy marked up. We could have entered that during agent session and all that. But personally, I like to, sometimes I'll enter trades on Sundays. It just depends what I see. But I wasn't really on the charts like that. I'm like going to be the rest of this week. But yeah, price is extremely bullish on Jura30, so I'm not surprised it did that. That spike was a strong candlestick, but it's also a strong sign that price is going to continue to try to pump up. So we might enter these trades right here because I do kind of like how this is looking. So what I'm about to do is I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna pull up other pairs I'm looking at. And there's more comments. I'm gonna look at those in a second. I'm just trying to make sure we don't miss any trades because there are a few moves that are about to begin. So I'm about to go ahead and post this disclaimer, which is going to be in the free signal room, free Telegram, first link in the description. Give me 1 second, y'all. We're about to see if we're about to jump into some trades. And we see right here it's still retracing, which is why, you know, it just comes with experience too. Because when I first started trading, I used to be trigger happy as well. So I get how it goes, but patience and just not feeling that pressure will really help you with trading, both with entries and exits. So I'm about to write some of these trade ideas up. And this is your first time clicking the channel. Appreciate y'all giving the channel a chance. Make sure you hit that sub button as well as that bell, because we don't just live stream and live trade every day. London session, 3 a.m. EST. But I also drop trade breakdowns, trading tip videos, things of that nature. I just dropped 2 videos. I dropped a video on Friday. I just dropped a video yesterday. Make sure you check that out after the stream. I'll link them probably when I'm about to end the stream. I don't want to do too crazy of a stop loss. And I'm just going to keep it at. And this is just another example why I like to patiently wait, because look what's happening. It's still retracing. If we would have chased that spike up, we'd be in a lot of drawdown right now. So just another reason why I like to patiently wait. But AU is pushing up on my other screen, so we might jump into that 6990. So this will be about 40 pips stop loss. Give me 1 second. I'm typing some of this stuff up right now. Yeah, but I do like how AU is looking. I'm looking at it on my other screen. I'm about to see what AJ's up to as well, but I do like how AU is looking, so we might jump into that in a second. AJ still gonna be waiting. It's still respecting that level, which isn't a bad thing. Gold is pushing up, which is what I like to see. So we might jump into gold as well. I'd like to wait a little bit longer before I jump on that, because it hasn't hit the daily level. So I'm gonna wait a little bit longer before we jump in on that. But as we can see, after that spike, could be a fake out, could be retesting this level after it just broke through it. We're going to wait and see what it is and what's the reason why price did what it did just there. But that's just another reason why, and that just comes from experience and price doing that to me over and over again, why I just don't chase trades and jump into stuff like that so quickly. Because again, I've seen it plenty of times, and we've seen it, and those that have been watching the streams for a while, y'all seen it happen plenty of times on stream as well. So, you know, that's just one of the reasons why I patiently wait. And I'm updating these levels because I was doing this on my laptop, not hooked up to my monitor when I was watching the game yesterday. But yeah, my levels are a little bit off. So that's why I'm just fixing that. Yeah, but I do like how gold's looking. So we might jump into that. We'll see. Yeah, so we're still waiting on these setups to decide what they're trying to do. GA is dropping down, so we're going to see how GA reacts to this level here as well. Could really make these levels a little smaller. Give me 1 second, y'all. Mark it off right there. Let's see how price reacts to that. Yeah, but it is Monday and it is Q1, so we're kind of back into the regular groove of things. Last quarter was very, very choppy, especially the last 2 months because of the holidays, but that's pretty normal. And so far this month, we've kind of been back, to the normal flow of things, which is a good thing. So basically, I'm just patiently waiting, like always, not going to be rushing into any trades, things like that. We're just going to be waiting for our confirmations, sticking to the same rules, and going from there. Now, I do like how AU is looking. It's doing a nice retest after it broke this level, similar to EUSDX. We see a nice rejection wick, so we might be jumping in on these pairs soon. And this kind of helped us with your 30s entry as well. Going to go ahead and move this over because we did not enter this. It's on top of that wall of traffic, so this would be a nice entry for your 30 as well. So I am going to write this up, this trade idea up as well. But again, I've not entered anything yet, y'all. I've not entered anything yet. Is that an okay SL is the question. It's a decent SL. Doesn't need to be too crazy. So this would be about what I wanted for risk to reward, which is not bad at all. 14.9, we can say 14.980. 14.9. There we go. Good enough. So while we're watching these pairs, okay, gold just pushed up, which is nice. So I do like how gold's looking. So I'm going to write this up too. So 1912. Yeah, because it hasn't hit the daily level yet. It could try to retest off the daily before continuing to push up. But this is the key level I'd wait for price to respect to enter off a trade anyways. So I'm not tripping too much about the daily level not being hit. And then again, we're going with the overall direction of price. It's still extremely bullish. Yes, we have a red candlestick here in the current red candlestick. And it could break underneath this level a little bit. We do have a nice imbalance here. But overall, we're still bullish. And we see a nice rejection wick on that daily time frame. So yeah, that's why I feel inclined to look for a buy setup. But this just broke underneath the level. So yeah, we're still gonna be waiting for this to decide which way it's trying to go. Like I said, US30 is looking kind of bearish, and price did just break back down. So we're gonna see what the next. We're gonna see how it reacts to here, and then we're gonna see what the next 15 looks like for the indices. This price is bearish at this moment, so I might look for a sell setup possibly. But it's also Monday, and it's pre-market. Well, it's not even pre-market yet, I don't think. But market's not open yet for the indices. So it could switch going into New York. But as of now, this is what I'm looking at. But we're going to wait for the next 5 and 15 before we jump in on that. Let's see here. GA just broke through this level. GBPUSD. I got you. Give me a second. Yeah, so GA, it can go either way. So far, it's dropping down. There is an imbalance on the daily. So it could be a scalp setup. But again, we're just going to be waiting for the next 15 to see what's looking like. I just like to mark off my ideas. But again, I haven't entered anything yet, y'all. I have not entered anything yet. This is just simply one of my trade ideas. But GU, I'm waiting on GU. I'm not messing with that yet. Could be a possible sell setup, but overall it is bullish if I'm not mistaken. Let me go back on the daily time frame. Yeah, so we're actually in a little sweet spot. We were bullish here for a while, hit this level, started this slight downtrend where we caught plenty of sells, then it pushed back up. So we are still technically bullish, but this is a strong support resistance level. And last time we were this high, price dropped down, and also kind of similar with the indices. So we could possibly see a reversal and a sell setup going into going on to June. Just looking at that. Then we also have some other USD pairs that hit the middle of the zone, which is also causing a retracement. We see EU. It's still early. It's also still early, and it's Monday. So really, and I'm looking for pairs right now that have some of the cleaner setups and higher probabilities of going our way. And then that's the ones I bring. AJ is one of them. Okay, JPY pairs have been bullish. We got some nice buys the past few days, both live and just in general last week. And so far they have been pumping up. Missed a couple entries on them, but you know that happens. I'm not tripping too much about that. USD CHF still chilling right there. So let me go ahead and mark this off just in case I do want to enter that. Yeah, but we're just patiently waiting right now. Just looking at these pairs still, but just patiently waiting. I do like how gold's looking in AU, but I just want to wait for one or two more confirmations before I jump in on them. And I'm still watching these indices, but they did, again, this could have been a fake out. Did a nice spike up. Now we got a candlestick that is longer than the previous, and it's dropping back down the opposite direction. But it is supporting the sell setup that I had for US30. But yeah, we're still gonna be waiting because this kind of looks similar. Well, let me scratch that. It doesn't look similar to GU. But again, was bullish. Hit this level here, started the downtrend. When it hit this level of traffic here, the strong support resistance level, came back up to a similar level here. So we could see a repeat of this. It's kind of looking like a repeat, but we could be in the beginning of the downtrend. And price did break this structure here and it's treating it as a resistance. So I am more inclined to look for a sell setup as of now. So that's why I have this marked off, but I'm still waiting for the next candlestick to see what is going on there and what price decides to do from there. And I would not be surprised if these decide to follow what US30 is doing, because it does sometimes do that. But GBPJPY looking at the bigger time frame, we could potentially see the downtrend begin here as well. But I'm not going to personally look for a sell on GBPJPY until it shows me the downtrend is going to truly be in. And that won't be until it breaks this level here. So we could possibly look for a sell on the way down. It just depends what the momentum is looking like. But US30 is definitely looking like the downtrend could potentially begin this week. Let me switch back to my other pairs. Yeah, so this just broke that level. It's pushing down. So yeah, we're going to see what the next 15 looks like. But we do have a few setups that we can jump on. So let me go ahead and write this up just in case we do jump in and enter this. But there's not really any major news today, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's a bank holiday, but other than that, not been any red news today. Orange folder in the middle of the day. That's about it. We do have some red folders going on in the middle of the week later on, but as of today, nothing really much. So it's just going to be waiting for volume to pick up and just sticking to the rules and waiting for those setups. Yes, I do like how gold's looking. US30 is looking nice as well. And then I still like how AU's looking. And waiting to see. Let me see what AJ is looking like. I like how AJ is looking too. It's still respecting this level. It's a nice rejection wick past 2 15-minute candlesticks. So we might be jumping in that. And I like how USD is looking too. Only concern is how this huge level of traffic that got formed last week when we went for the sells. Huge level of traffic that might struggle to break through. But looking at bigger time frames, it's still extremely bearish. So everything showing me sells. I'm gonna look for sells, but it will have some work to do. That's the only thing. But it's still looking bearish, so I will still be prioritizing looking for sell setups. So the new 15 did just start. So now I'm just looking at some other pairs. Your AUD's right there. GPAUD broke underneath this level here. So it's doing a retest. So we're going to be paying attention to that as well. US30 looks like it's still trying to drop down. Yeah. SPX just turned red after it was green. Yeah, so we might be seeing the downtrend start. Got a retest going on gold and AU. AJ is still kind of chilling right there. Got a retest going on for those right there as well. I like how US30 is looking, but there's a strong wall here. So I'm going to wait to see how it reacts to that level there. So I'm just going to keep that on this screen. And on my other screen, I'm going to pull up another pair. There's a few pairs that we could jump in on. GA looks like it's still trying to drop down. So we might be jumping in on GA. I like how GA is looking. 7/8/24. Well, my bad, y'all. Let me see something. So still doing a retest. Yeah, we might jump into some things though. Might jump into some things in a second. Yeah, so gold's trying to push up still, so we might jump into this right now. Yeah, so it looks like it's trying to push up. Again, it doesn't hit that daily level, but as soon as it hit my level that I would have entered off of, it did do a nice push up. So I'm about to write this out. We might jump in on this. So right now I'm just looking at my other pairs really quick. So I like how GA is looking as well. So let me go ahead and write up GA as well. Now, since it's Monday, now this goes for every day, but specifically Mondays. When it comes close to New York session, price can reverse on us and start going the other direction once that New York volume comes into play. Now 7/8/20, 7/7/35. 85 pip stop loss. Yeah, I do like how GBPJPY is looking. Yeah, so we're about to jump into some pairs. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so I like how. Yeah, so we're about to jump into AU. So I like how it's trying to push. Probably gonna jump into gold as well. Give me 1 second. 6/9. Yeah, so we're gonna jump into AU. I like how GA is looking too. I like how gold's looking as well. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, we're going to be jumping into a few things right now. Yeah, so I like how this is looking as well. Give me 1 second. Well, before we jump into that, let me see if it's going to retest. But I do like how AU is looking. I'm going to type the TPs in a second. I'm just looking at some other pairs and writing them up as well, because there are a few pairs doing some moves currently. So the goal is going to be about 1,000 pip stop loss. I got the stop loss at 1912. And we're going to see if we can break these levels right here. That's what we're about to do. So I'm going to type these TPs up. So give me a second. Well, their AU's moving right now. I think we might have hit the first TP. I like how this is looking too. Yeah, so there's a lot of moves going on. So this is why I always talk about don't fill. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to put this on my other screen. So AU's moving. I need to type the TPs up because not everybody's on stream right now. So I'm going to put GA on this screen. AU's pumping. Y'all should be blue on AU. It's doing a nice pump so far. So let me type these TPs up. So we did just hit TP1. About to notify the Telegram in a second. So now I'm about to put up PP2, but we did just hit TP1 already. So we're going to see if it can continue to push up. So give me 1 second, y'all. All right. I like how GA is looking too. I wanted to see what's going to retest that level, but it's already trying to do the move. So since it's already trying to do the move, we might jump in on it. Give me 1 second. 7820. Yeah, so I kind of like how these are looking right here. So we might jump into these as well. So it's going to retest off that level. US30 is retracing back up. It's interesting. Yeah, so I'm going to keep an eye on these, but usually on Mondays, it depends. But as of now, it's in a tight spot. So I don't really like to jump in on things when it's ranging like that. So we're going to just be patient with that right there. Let me see. What else was we looking at? I was looking at GA. Yes, I like how GA is looking. AU's chilling at TP1 currently. Let me see what AJ is up to. AJ is still chilling at this level here. So let me see what these other JPY pairs. Yeah, that's probably why. They did hit the middle of the zone here. GJ, I believe, hit the top of the zone. Yep. So it makes sense why it's retracing. Yeah, so we're just going to wait for the retracement to end. And then we're going to go from there. But right now, we're just chilling. Euro AUD broke this level as well. So yeah, there might be a lot of setups we can jump in a second. Guys, I do like how this is looking right here as well. Now, it hasn't done a retest to that level, but it did break through that level. So I might be jumping in on these as well. Yeah. Do like how this is looking. I'm going to type the TPs up for gold, but we did just hit TP1 on gold. So y'all should be nice and blue on y'all screens. I'm going to type the rest of the TPs for AU, but as y'all can see, there's a lot of pairs doing stuff right now. which is why I always say don't trip too much about missing a trade, because there's always going to be another opportunity or price is going to retrace. But we just, gold is spiking up right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if AU is doing the same thing. Yep. So there's a lot of pairs doing some things. So we're about to jump into these pairs. Then I'm going to type these TPs up, and then we're going to go from there. Any students and members on the stream right now, TP1 has been hit for gold, and anyone on the stream, y'all should be nice and blue on gold anyways. I think it shot up 200 pips. So make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that like button. Looking at the AUD pairs currently to see if I want to jump in on those. They can kind of go either way. But I do like the momentum is showing towards the downside. So we could go for a sell on this, but I want to wait for the next 15. So that's what I'm doing. Wait for the next 15. So I'm about to write these TPs up for gold and the rest of the TPs up for AU. And we're going to go from there. And oil is also pushing up as well if anyone's still holding that oil trade. Excuse me. Ooh, that thing is spiking. Y'all hit that like button, y'all, because gold's going crazy right now. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, y'all, because gold's going crazy right now. I need to type these TPs up because I know people that are on the stream are probably confused to what's going on. But gold's going crazy right now, y'all. So if I'm quiet, that's because I'm typing these TPs in. But yeah, gold's going insane right now. 1928. Yeah, gold's going crazy right now. Like, I didn't expect it to spike that crazy. So we could see a red candlestick this next 15. Obviously, I would not like to see that, but that is a huge spike. So we could try to see that. We could see that possibly happen. I still am biased for sales on the indices as of now. I think we hit TP2 on AU. Let me see. No, we missed it by a couple pips. All right, so I'm going to write the rest of the TPs up for AU while keeping an eye on, I'm going to put gold on my other screen because I'm not really worried about the AUD pairs until the next 15-minute candlestick. I'm just going to prioritize the pairs we're currently in. But make sure to hit that like button, y'all, because that's a very strong 15-minute candlestick right there. Very strong 15-minute candlestick. So give me 1 second, y'all. I got to write up the rest of these TPs and stuff. 5, 10, 20. Okay, cool. All right, bam. So we missed TP2 by like 2 pips. I want to see what we're going to hit before the next 15. Gold, just going crazy right now. Gold's going crazy. So let me mark off the next TP for gold, which would be 17, 28. Not 17, 28, 19, 28. Very strong candlestick right there. So let's go back to the AUD pairs. Yep, sure enough, they're doing the retest now. Well, that's doing the retest. This just broke that level, so we might see a retest or continue to dump for Euro AUD. Let me just make sure. Bam. Let me write this up. Again, I'm only in 2 trades right now. That's gold and that's AU. These are just trade ideas, everything else. But I'm only in 2 trades right now. I'm just writing these trade ideas up, but I'm only in 2 trades right now. 5, 6, 25. Let me do 5, 6, 30. So we're going to round this up just a little bit, because I like to round up. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. So new 15 did just start. It's starting off red, but still not going to jump the gun on it yet. Still going to want to wait for confirmation. Sure enough, speaking of red, gold is a red candlestick, just like I predicted it was going to be. Again, that just comes with experience on these charts, because price kind of does the same stuff, like the same handful of movements and the same handful of reactions over and over again. You just have to pay attention to it. And once you pay attention to it, you can use it to your advantage. But yeah, sure enough, gold did do a red retracement. It's still trying to push up because it still is bullish momentum. AU is right there. Let's see if we can hit TP2, y'all. Let's see if we can hit TP2. Nice rejection wick on gold. So I'm gonna let gold do his thing. I want to look at these AUD pairs, see if we can jump in on these. These are turning red again. So I do like that. So we might jump into these. I want to wait a couple seconds. And by a couple seconds, I mean I want to at least wait the next 5 minute, just to confirm it is trying to go this direction. But this is one of my favorite candlestick formations that is getting formed. It's one of my favorite and most satisfying candlestick formations. So that is a good sign. But still, I'm still going to just patiently wait. US30 is looking like a nice sell, but I'm still going to wait to see how it reacts to this wall right here before we jump the gun on that. This did drop down as well, so we could see some possible sells. I kind of don't want to go for a sell on JUR and ESDX. I might go for one, but personally, I'd rather just go for sells on US30 and all that good stuff, US30 NAS and stuff, if I am going to go for a sell. We might jump into that either this 15 or the next 15. Just depends. This is still struggling to hit that next TP. It's kind of still 2-3 pips off, but we're still going to let that do its thing. Yeah, so I do like how these are moving. So we might jump into these as well. And by might, I mean I am jumping into GA at least. Am jumping into GA. Do like how that looks. I'm gonna type the TPs in a second. I'm just looking at some other pairs. EA, we might jump into EA as well. But I like GA. I'm not gonna lie to you, I like GA. I like how that's looking. So I'm gonna type these TPs up right now. And again, it is Monday, so like I said, it might not go the full move, especially before New York pre-open, pre-market or whatever. It already hit TP1. Everything's kind of dumping. But it could reverse before New York. So do keep that in mind. Like, I make sure to read that disclaimer, because again, TP stands for take profit. Not every TP is guaranteed to get hit. All right, I know that might sound like common sense, but I still feel the need to say it because I take this seriously, and the last thing I want is someone, especially someone new, to do something reckless with their account because of a trade I called out or entered. So yeah, that's just me making sure everybody is having a decent experience with these charts. So give me 1 second while I try to figure out what TPs I really kind of want to go for, because there's a lot of different levels right here. There's some levels of traffic that could struggle to break. Just give me 1 second. 1.77. 7. There's a lot of levels of traffic right here. All right, bro. So we kind of hit TP1 already. So I'm gonna mark off TP2. We're kind of a couple pips away from TP2. Actually, we just hit TP2. So I'm about to mark off TP3. Gold's pumping as well. So yeah, y'all screen should be nice and blue. Y'all screen should be nice and blue. Because price is just dropping. Price is just doing a nice drop. Your AD is probably dropping as well. Yeah, this stuff, very nice, very nice, very nice. Yeah, your AD is dropping as well. So we could have entered that as well. But again, the goal is not to jump into every trade. Goal is not to jump into every trade. Okay, we finally hit TP2 and AU as well. So make sure to hit that like button. If anyone's commenting stuff, I'm about to look at the comments in a second. $77.05. We're a couple pips away from TP3. We might hit it as soon as I switch the screen. But we are off to a nice start. Would not be surprised if other USD pairs are pumping. That one's trying to pump. Let's see what GU's up to. GU's still doing this thing. That's cool. This is what gold's looking like. So still kind of chilling right here between TP3 and 5. What else was I supposed to do? Look at the comments. What's gold's SL and TP? So the SL is 1912. Now the TPs, those are in advanced play signal room. So I don't know if you're in advanced play signal room, but if you're not, all you gotta do is just look at these key levels here, right? Look at these walls of traffic. All right, I do have some videos for free on YouTube that go over these walls of traffic as well as how to identify these zones a little bit. Of course, I go further into depth with this with the members and the people that take the one-on-one session or the course, but this is the ultimate TP here. Just to make things a little more simple, I'd pay attention to 1930 because that could be a key place for a reversal. 1930 between 1930, you could see a harsh rejection. So yeah, so I would just take it candlestick by candlestick. But as of now, y'all should be nice and blue. But SL is 1912. But with this trade, realistically, I would not recommend y'all let the screen turn red. Just because especially when multiple TPs get hit, there's no point in going through that emotional roller coaster. If it's going to retrace, secure your profits, and then possibly look for re-entry. That's just me, though. That's just me. But yeah, I think we might be just chilling on these. We just hit another TP. So yeah, off to a great start. Off to a great start so far. Yeah, DW, that name sounds familiar. I don't know if you've been in this live before or if you've messaged me before. That name sounds familiar. Keep the comments coming, though. Keep the comments coming. I want to answer anyone's questions while on the stream. But AU is pumping nicely. I want to see gold follow suit, but gold's kind of doing its own thing. Let's see what oil's up to. Oil's still kind of chilling right there. Totally forgot about USD CHF. Yeah, we could have entered this. I stay doing that. But again, that is nothing wrong with that because, again, especially if you're new to trading, I don't recommend jumping to a bunch of trades and trying to look at a bunch of different charts and manage a bunch of trades, especially if you just have one screen. But yeah, we could have jumped into that as well. But that's also why. And then speaking of, I forgot who said it. Who's asked it? Tim. Okay, so okay. No wonder. Okay. Shout out to you, DW. I appreciate that. And Tim, if you're still in the chat, like I mentioned, I was saying wait for this. And if you look at the 15, you can literally see it retested this level and it's continuing to drop. So you could have entered a sell right here and you could have been up about 10 pips, which is not bad. And we go to a 5-minute time frame, you can kind of see things a little bit more clearly. Like I said, I said I'd wait to see it would break underneath here and treat as resistance. Sure enough, it broke underneath here, did a retest, and it's dumping. All right, so and this again, this strategy works on every time frame, any pair, any chart, options, indices, metals, gold, crypto. But yeah, so I don't know if you enter that trade, but if you did, you should be up. If not, that's fine. Just use this as a reference for future trades. But yeah, let's see what the JPY pairs are up to. All right, we're getting some movement now. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. So we might be jumping into that. We just hit another TP for GA. We're 3 for 3 already, y'all. And I literally just woke up. I woke up like 20 minutes before 3 o'clock. And we're already 3 for 3 right now and nice and blue. Hey, Tim, that's what's up. Let me know if you jumped in on that. Let me know if you jumped in on that. If not, that's fine. I just want to know. So let me know if you jumped in on that. But we did just hit TP4 on GA. And I would not be surprised if Euro AUD is doing the same thing because, again, I go over this in the course with the members, correlating pairs. It's just another way you can jump in and catch a lot of pips. This did drop as well. It's kind of following a GA suit, GA's momentum. Not surprised there. Nothing too shocking. We kind of see this all the time. Okay, my bad. I thought I was tripping. Hold on, I just had a brain fart. Okay, there we go. I was confused for a second. Let's go back to AU and see what AU is doing. AU is about to hit another TP for us. Yeah, so great start to the day. And this is another reason why, well, hold that thought. But this is another reason why I like to trade. I mean, I trade all sessions now because I used to do that back in the day. But when I started the playbook, I kind of stopped because I used to be on the charts literally I used to be in trades 24/7, especially when I used to trade crypto. By the way, I have the crypto channel made. We'll be dropping that soon. I don't know exactly when because I'm kind of a perfectionist. I kind of want to make sure everything's the way I want it. I might not. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might call out signals. I might just call out some like trade ideas, post some levels and projections for certain pairs. I don't know. I might do both, but I definitely want to start a crypto channel just to show y'all like what you can do with these zones. Like I said, I used to trade crypto as well back in the day, like not last year, like 2 years ago. What I used to only trade was crypto, gold, and indices. That's why I used to only trade because the strategy I used to use used to not work on currency pairs. But after studying for like literally like 6+ months of just studying, back testing, now I figured out a strategy that works on literally every pair. Not just every pair, but like anything with the chart. The strategy works with. If it's a chart, the strategy is going to work on it. It's that simple. If there's a chart, the strategy is going to work on it. It's that simple. So we see gold retracing again. Not a surprise. Kind of assumed that was going to happen because the huge spike. And just simply looking to the left, we can see this wall right here. So it's not a shocker that gold is doing a retracement. Let me keep an eye on AJ because I do like how AJ is looking. So we might jump on this the next 15. And that might be the only other trade I'm in until possibly New York. Because again, nice and blue right now. And, you know, over trading is a thing. And let's go to your AD. Yeah. So we could enter your AD as well. Is what it is, though. I like the, excuse me, I like the setup for GA a little bit better. So that's literally the only reason why. But yeah, we see it retracing. So you didn't get wicked out. Do not freak out, because if you didn't get wicked out, there's no point in closing the trade. Just hold to SL or TP gets hit. Again, SL is 1912, but that thing did spike up a huge amount that last 15-minute candlestick. So we want to see what the next 15 is looking like. But I do like how AJ is looking. So this might be the last pair we jump into until later on into New York or closer to New York. If anyone's still holding oil, y'all should be blue. Let me mark off the next TP so y'all can kind of see how far away we are from that next TP. Give me 1 second, y'all. So I think we hit TP5 yesterday. So TP6 is 81.85. So let me mark that off. 81.85. I see the comments. I'm about to catch up to the comments. Give me one second. Yeah, so this is where 81.85 is. I know we missed it by a couple pips. As you can see, created a nice wall here, then retraced back down. All right, new 15 AU. We get a red candlestick as well for AU. Not a surprise there. Got a red candlestick for AJ as well. Yeah, so we see gold retracing. It could continue to try to push up if it respects this level here, or could try to hit that daily level and then continue to push up as well. That's the two things I can see price possibly doing with that pair. But again, that's why I like to try to give y'all these warnings before these things happen. That way you're not, one, surprised when it does happen, and two, you could have took the necessary precautions before it did happen. Let me see here. Yeah, but I think I'm going to be chilling right now. Pretty good start to the day so far. You messaged me for your levels. I appreciate that. Okay, and that's all good, because again, you're not going to be able to jump into every trade, but just use this, replay this, save it's live, so you can't really save the timestamp, but just use that as for future reference. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of trades I miss as well every day. I don't get into every trade, but trades I miss, every trade in general, if it goes my way, it doesn't go my way, if I miss it, if I entered it, I'm still taking notes and learning and understanding why it did what it did. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I'm able to, kind of predict that, we're going to see a red candlestick. And sure enough, we did see a retracement here. It just comes with experience and just putting that time in and just back testing and studying the charts. But yeah, it's no problem that you didn't enter that. Like I said, just use that for future reference. Let me see here. Caught AU and GA though. Okay, cool. US100, do you think it will go down? As of now, it's still on the level I have marked off as a support level. Now, it could go down, but as of now, I would like to look for a buy mainly. But if it decides to follow the flow of US30, which it does like 80 to 90% of the time, we could see it go down. But as of now, it is on a support level. So I'd like to see it retrace a little bit or see it push back up. So it's still kind of bullish for me. But yeah, I can't really tell you if it's going to go down. Like, just like you, I can assume things, but I have to take things candlestick by candlestick. So as of now, I would like to look for a buy setup. And you can see right here, like, it's still respecting this level. It hasn't really broken past this level here. And you can see the rejection wicks, the past couple of 15-minute candlesticks. So as of now, I wouldn't be saying it's going to be going down until it breaks this daily level. So as of now, I still would like to look for a buy setup. And as you can see, it's still respecting this level. But you can also see US30 is looking like this. So if it decides to follow US30's lead, you can see the candlesticks are the same. So it could possibly break down. But as of now, I can't really tell you that. Just have to wait and see what it decides to do. But that's also why I'm staying out of it, because it's in a certain position where it could go either way. And I really like to wait for confirmations. And when I enter a trade is when I truly believe it's going to go a certain way. I don't really like to jump into trades when it's kind of ranging like that, because it then kind of becomes gambling to me. But GBPJPY is still respecting this daily level as well, even with that drop. So yeah, that's why I was like, I'm just going to wait till closer to New York for when volume picks back up for those pairs and see what direction is really trying to go. Because as of now, when there's no volume, it's going to be playing pinball between the levels of traffic. That's all price is going to be doing, really. So I kind of like to stay out of that until there's volume. Personally. So USD is retracing. Might stay out of that, but that could go down. But I kind of want to save entry for AJ because I do like that rejection wick right there. So I might write this up because I do like how this is looking. I like how this is looking as well. But y'all should be nice and blue. Even with gold retracing, y'all should be nice and blue on y'all screens. I'm about to drop some links to some previous videos I dropped. I do like how AJ is looking though. New 5-minute dip just start. Going to take a look at gold. Yeah, so gold can potentially continue to push back up. I mean, there's been trades before. I don't know how long some of y'all been here, but there's been trades where it literally missed stop loss by 1 pip and then exploded back up in our favor. Like there's been times where it's missed it by 5 pips, 10 pips. Again, my stop losses are placed strategically where if price breaks through that stop loss, I was most likely wrong. And that is our signal to get out. Now, there are some times we'll hit stop loss and push back up, but for the most part, usually if my stop loss gets hit, it's going the opposite direction. So always hold to SL or TP, and that's what your stop losses as well, because your stop losses should be in the place same thing. Where the price hits that level, that is your signal to get out, aka stop the losses. So even for trade reverses, if it didn't hit the TP, don't freak out. Trust your analysis. Hold to SL or TP gets hit. There's only 2 things that's going to happen. I don't know why that's doing that. I don't know where I clicked, but it's whatever. I don't know why it's doing that, but whatever. It's only 2 things that's going to happen when you enter a trade. Either TP is going to get hit or SL is going to get hit. You know what I mean? That's literally the only 2 things that's going to happen. Let's see here. Yeah, so these are respecting those levels still. US30 is still looking like a sell to me, though. I'm still going to personally wait because it's still respecting this wall here. I won't be too convinced till it breaks that. But I still like GBPJPY for a buy, at least for now. GA is still trying to push down. So y'all, if y'all want to contact me directly, make sure to follow me on Instagram at the bottom. There it goes on the bottom of your screen at playmaker_way. Same spelling as the YouTube. Make sure to follow me on TikTok as well. I post content daily on TikTok. I'm gonna start posting content daily on Instagram as well. But Instagram's been hating on me, man. So that's why I've been on TikTok, because TikTok's been showing me more love. But I'm still posting on Instagram, but I post some stuff I can't post on TikTok on Instagram. So it's still good to follow both, because TikTok be strict on a lot of stuff too. I can't even post screenshots off my MT4. I got to record my Telegram certain ways. Like they'll flag me for anything. Like there was a point like a month or 2 months ago where I was literally banned for a week, 2 weeks at a time. And as soon as I'm unbanned, the next day I'm banned again because they just keep on flagging my posts. And one thing I don't like is after I appeal it and they'll bring a post back, they'll still be on my record that, I violated, even though the appeal came back and they reposted my video. So it's like that should be taken off my record. But, it is what it is. TikTok be weird like that. But looks like oil is pushing back up. I don't know if anyone's still holding. But this is how we did last week. Last week, we caught a total of 29,449 pips, ending the week 17-0. We lost 0 trades last week, and so far this month, we are 55-0. All right, add 3 more to that because we're 3-0 for the day so far. So, this record's still going to change. But as of now, we haven't lost a single trade this month. So it's been a very good month so far. Monday, we caught 12,635 pips. Tuesday, we caught 319. Wednesday, 589. Thursday, 15,562. And Friday, we got 344 pips. 8,990 of those pips were strictly for the members in the advanced play signal room. All right, if you're interested, and I see the comments, I'm about to answer those comments actually right now before I finish my little tangent. US100 are inside Euro GBP also buying. Nice. Honestly, I haven't traded Euro GBP in months. Like I used to trade that. If y'all scroll up like back to like September, like May, September, maybe even June, I used to trade that thing religiously. But it was like a week or two where that thing was just looking disgusting, not even in a good way. So I decided I took that off the tab and decided to leave that alone. But I might go back to it because Euro GBP used to feed us back in the day. I'm not gonna lie. Just like some of the CHF Swiss franc pairs used to feed us as well. But I decided to hop off of those because every pair is going to have that time where it's going to be choppy or stuck in levels of traffic. That's just normal. But again, like I said, I don't really like the trade pairs ones like that. It could be different now because again, that was months ago, a whole like quarter and a half ago. So things could definitely be different. AJ's pumping, so I do like how AJ is looking. So we might be entering this soon as well. Could enter it now, but unless it does a crazy explosion off this level, I'm going to wait for the next 15 personally. AU's come to a halt for now, which makes sense. It has done a nice pump. Going to see if it can respect this level and continue to push up. Going to see if gold can come back up as well, but so far retracing. Again, not too much of a surprise. That's why I try to give y'all that warning. Yeah, but AJ is the only other trade I might enter as of now because I do like how it's looking. Let's see. Thanks, man. Just found you on YouTube. Yeah, appreciate it. Make sure to check out my other videos. I'm about to link some videos before I hop off on here as well. So I'm new to trading, so I wait on US30 and US100. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if you're asking for my opinion, I'm personally going to wait on this. I see a sell as of now on US30, but I'm personally just going to wait. And the indices are kind of mismatched right now. They're kind of on the smaller time frames, they're moving the same, but the bigger time frames, they're kind of doing slightly different things. So I'm kind of waiting for volume to pick up before I enter any of these. That's just what my strategy. If you use a different strategy, well, you say you're new to trading, but that doesn't mean you don't have like any experience or anything like that. But I'm personally holding off on entering the indices because you see literally 5 seconds ago this was a full red candlestick. It's stuck at this level. So like I said before, I'm waiting to see how it reacts to this level. It's either going to break through this level or it's going to pop back up above the support level. So right now I'm just chilling and waiting because I don't like to really enter trades when they're kind of stuck in place or ranging because it can break out and go either way. And I like to wait for confirmation. I like to wait for price to show me what it's trying to do. And then I add that with my levels and then, we do what we do. But personally, I'm not messing with those pairs right now. That doesn't mean they won't move when I look away because that does happen a few times when I lose interest in the pair for the day. And literally as soon as I look away from it, it decides to do the move I was assuming it was going to do. But personally, I'm not paying attention to those. I'm just looking at currency pairs for now. Okay, I caught up. So if you're interested in joining the advanced play sitting room to get notified when I enter every trade as well as every day before New York session starts, I give a chart analysis of update of all the trades we're currently in, and also some ideas for some pairs that could, or what some pairs that I think could go this way or that way. And usually a lot of pairs end up going the way I presume they were going to go. But again, the signals I post are only trades I'm entering. I'm not going to call out stuff that I'm not in personally. I'm only going to call out stuff that I do personally enter. So if you're interested in that, hit that second or third link in the description. Everything is currently on sale. The Q1 sales going on for the advanced play signal room as well as the one-on-one mentorships. And if you're interested in marking off these levels, identifying these levels, or how I read the charts and the candlesticks in general. The course is now open and active. There's a lot of stuff that goes into the course. I'll go over that in just a second. But again, if you just have questions about that, you can hit me up on Instagram. But I'm gonna go over like a quick gist of what's in the course, because there's a lot of stuff that's in the course. It's a little bit different from the traditional course. I'm doing air quotes like y'all can see me. I got my camera off, but it's a little bit different from the traditional course that people like to drop. Because again, this course isn't just about Forex. Of course, I teach you how to trade Forex and my strategy with trading Forex. But again, like I said, the strategy works on everything. If it's a chart, this is strictly how to, this course is more than just Forex. It's teaching how to read charts, all right? For long-term investments, short-term investments, swing trades, scalps, buy limits, sell limits, indicators, my fib settings, fib levels. I even talk to you about, I give you like my trading plan that I personally use. It's also a channel where you go be in a separate channel on Telegram where I have a cheat sheet. The cheat sheet is two parts. There's one part telling you the sessions where pairs move the most, where they have the most volume. And there's also a cheat sheet that shows you pairs that move the same and move opposite. And also on the one of the cheat sheets, I talk about the key times that certain pairs like to move. And all the times are Eastern Standard because that's what I'm on. But I put EST, so you just gotta do the math and put it to your time zone. But yeah, I do like how AJ is looking, so we might jump into AJ. And that might be the last trade I'm in until possibly New York session. But I do like how AJ is looking, so we might jump into that as well. New candlestick did just start. Gold is pushing back up. So again, as of now, it is green. It could continue to push up or it could go red. But this is just another example of why you just want to hold to SL or TP. All right, as long as you don't over leverage. And speaking of that, I go over that in my previous video I dropped yesterday evening or yesterday afternoon. And I'm going to drop that in a second. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything on the charts. And as you see, again, with US30, it's still ranging. So I'm leaving it alone until volume picks up. I'm leaving this alone. I'm leaving it alone personally because we just hit TP6 on oil. Yeah, so great start to the day, y'all. Great start to the day. 81.95. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so let me link these videos I'm talking about. I might stay on a little bit longer because I've been thinking about streaming a little bit longer. USDCHF, we'll get into that, but I'm gonna leave that be. AU is going for round 2 as well. AJ is kind of stagnant right now. Okay, so got it. Got in on gold on that pullback. My SL is 1914. Is that valid? That's not a bad one. Mine SL is personally 1912. Because I like to give price a little bit of wiggle room because you got to account for spikes, wicks like this, and also spread. And every broker is a little bit different. Some brokers like to play dirty tricks when you have SLs and TPs in. But yeah, that's not a bad SL, but mine is personally 1912. So if your lot size isn't too crazy and you can adjust it by 200 pips, do so. But if you already calculated your lot size to your SL and from your entry, do what you want with that information. But mine is personally at 1912. Personally. Yeah, I like how AJ is looking. So I might post AJ and I might be just chilling looking at these charts until New York. Yeah, but again, I'm just going to keep going back to this because this is what I do. I look at the charts like this, but just to keep showing y'all, like, this is why I'm waiting because I don't like trading when price does this. Now, if I enter a trade and then it becomes like this, kind of like how USDCHF was last week, and then kind of how USDCHF was last week, or even how GBPAUD was last week or 2 weeks ago. when we call sells here, that's a little bit different. But if it's like that off rip, I'm not entering until it breaks out that level. And yeah, gold's retracing still slightly. It might try to come back down to this level or the daily level. But yeah, we're going to, I might enter AJ. I kind of like how AJ is looking. All right, so I'm going to link these videos. Y'all got more comments, type the comments up. I'm going to hop off in a second. I might hop off the next 15, or I might just hop off after I send these links. But make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell. And also hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal Room, the free Telegram. But let me go ahead and put this link down. Now this link I'm dropping is a link to my previous video, and it's 5 tips or 5 things that made me become more profitable in Forex when I started applying this to my strategy. So make sure to check it out. It's slightly longer than my other videos, but it's like, I think it's like 10 minutes long, so it's not that bad. It's still shorter than your favorite TV show episode. And it's just full of information, straight to the point. Yeah, it's 10 minutes long. Everything straight to the point. Go in depth with all the tips, like usual. And yeah, we're just going to see how these trades do. But like I said, this is why I like to tell my members, at least, if TP3 got hit, do not let your screen turn red, because it could retrace, then push back up. But every trade I post, I do put my entries. Now again, re-entering, you still need to look at the chart and determine if a re-entry is valid. But if at least TP3 gets hit, do not let your screen turn red, because at that point a retracement could happen, and it could go all the way back to entry, or you could go to drawdown, whatever the case may be. And especially if you're not comfortable with that, a TP is a TP. You know what I'm saying? TP means take profit, and any trade you close with blue and in profit, it's not a losing trade. But yeah, I think that's it. Like, NAS is pushing back up. Like I said, this is doing what I was assuming. GBPJPY is doing that too. So I said I wasn't going to enter anything, but these are still following my analysis. NAS and GBPJPY. I do like how these are looking. Specifically GBPJPY. I feel more comfortable with GBPJPY. GBPJPY is bullish, but it's still too early for me to jump into a buy. So I'm still going to be paying attention to it, because as you can see, that thing is still struggling with these levels. So I might wait till volume picks. I might just wait till New York, or pre-New York. But I am going to be still keeping an eye on these pairs right here. Yeah, but as of now, a lot of these pairs are doing healthy retracements. Nothing too crazy. Retracements are a part of the game. But yeah, I think I'm going to be holding off on everything else. I think I'm just going to be chilling with these, seeing what these pairs do. Okay, but I'm caught up on all the comments. All right, I'm going to see you on tomorrow's stream. Like I said, y'all got any questions, hit me up on Instagram, playmaker_way. I'm going to see you on tomorrow's stream.